On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to Ticket Weeknights.
Okay, here's the deal with Nicole.
Live from Copple Chevrolet GMC Studios in the heart of Lincoln, America.
She's just going to tell it like it is.
Nicole is, she's very wise.
Sometimes you're not going to like it.
Here is your host, Nicole Griffin.
Welcome into Ticket Weeknights. I'm Nicole Griffith, alongside Connor Happer and Big Sky pushing the buttons. As always, you can stream us on Facebook, Twitch, or on YouTube, and follow along. You have us in studio for the next 2 hours. You can call or text at 402-464-5685. Go ahead and ask us anything. It's not a mailbag, but
AMA.
I haven't introduced you yet, so you can't talk.
People know.
Stop talking.
People know.
Stop.
It's my
It's
show,
my
too.
show. Your name's not on the show.
That is true.
So I think that's
it could be, though.
It's not. It could not be.
We could do that.
It really could not. It could be Nick and Nicole's
Nick's
show.
gonna cook something up.
But it's not. So as always, Big Sky and Connor Happer, how are you guys doing?
I'm great.
Why?
I updated my spreadsheet
Of what?
of do you really want to know the answer to that question?
Not really.
Okay. Well, then I will not tell.
Big Sky, how are you?
I'm doing well.
There we go.
My family was in town this weekend, so
Aw,
that was
you're
nice.
This guy graduated college.
No. Do you have a picture of your cap and gown?
Of my cap and gown or in my cap and
Oh
gown?
my gosh, I hate you.
Because I have one in my cap and gown.
Did
No.
you take a picture of your cap and gown?
I did not.
Sad.
Not a common move, I don't
Well,
think.
I don't know. I see it on Instagram.
Just the cap and
Just
gown.
the cap and gown, and then say, I actually died, so my
Wait,
cap and gown is right here.
what?
I can't say that seems like a real fact.
Did you
there.
walk across the stage? It was Saturday morning, right?
Yeah, I you kind of walk across the stage. You go up and you go down a little ramp.
Who is the speaker?
It was I can't even remember his name, but it was a professor at UNL who's really smart and does stuff in aeronautic physics.
Was Ronnie Green wearing a big robe?
Yes.
Was he carrying the national championship runner-up trophy?
No, they didn't won that yet.
Yeah, it was the morning of.
Oh, okay. I just saw him and Ted Carter.
They loved the trophy.
They were both holding it. and I
Was Ted Carter there?
I don't
Wait, so
remember seeing Ted
They
Carter.
flew then to.
Yeah, straight to Columbus after that, and then
Well,
back.
I guess they just charter straight there.
Oh, they're private as hell.
The
Private
volleyball
Excuse
boys.
me, please.
Private as heck.
Thank you.
the volleyball team was mentioned 3 times during the ceremony, and I think if they had a decibel meter in there, that would have been the top 3 loudest moments in the arena.
Well, right after they called big. Did they call your name?
No.
Yeah, I figured.
What?
There's too many people.
Why?
They don't. There's too many people.
I figured that they could because it takes so long to run everyone through that I think they could have just read every name at like hypersonic speed.
Wait,
Yeah.
so how do you know when to cross the stage?
You just walk up there.
Oh, it's a fake one. It's not a real. It's not fake, but it just doesn't have your name in it, right?
It does. It was the actual one. They gave us all a number, and we lined up by our
Oh.
number and sat by our number, and evens were on the right side, odds were on the left side.
How do you get to be even or odd? Your last name, maybe.
It's last name order by
Count them
college.
off. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Nicole.
Not many people graduate.
People forget that. Thank you,
I'm
Nicole.
being serious. I'm being serious. Not everyone goes to college, and school's not for everyone. And so, Big Sky, congratulations. And now you have a full-time job lined up here at the Ticket, which I learned last week. And so,
Do I?
don't you have a job?
This would be the first time that I've heard of a full-time job at the station.
Did you say you're gonna have a job here?
He's
I have
gonna
a
keep
job
working
here.
Oh, it's not full-time.
Wait, do I?
It's halftime. Nick, go away. So you have a job.
Yes.
I literally said last week, what are you going to do after college? And you said, I'm going to be here.
Yeah, but I never said full-time.
He's
I
gonna
just
keep
said I'm going to
working
be here.
Well, full of your time will be here. So cool.
The Ticket will make use of the Big Sky. That is for sure. Big Sky's services are A1, top of the line stuff.
Just trying to compliment you guys. Jeez. Cheese.
I didn't hear any compliments to me.
Cheez-Its. Okay, 2 hours in, call or text, news of the day. As you can see, if you can see, on the stream, I am wearing a Triple B, shout out Triple B, our friends at Triple B, and it's friend because it's singular.
There's a lot of people who do a lot of work for Triple B.
Many friends.
Uh-huh.
So I'm
It's a
wearing the
whole warehouse.
I'm wearing the volleyball school crew neck, I think for obvious reasons. Go buy your merch from Triple B. They have plenty of volleyball merchandise. And the women were in the national championship this weekend.
They sure were. People do not forget that.
How about that?
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun, and it made me scream a whole bunch.
You screamed?
Oh yeah, I was like, "Wah!" Like a whole bunch of times. Well, the one where whoever saved it and it landed on top of her hand.
Akana.
I think it was Akana. Yeah. And she just like right underneath it, popped it up. That
Pancakes.
was awesome.
It's called pancakes.
She pancaked it.
Why they call it pancakes on football and not more reference to it in volleyball, I don't understand.
It probably just happens less in volleyball.
Happens a lot.
Does it?
Like every
Well,
set.
it happens quite a bit in football, I guess, too.
Well, one of them is playing in the national championship game.
Well, it's not exclusive to just Nebraska, I guess. But yes, I very much enjoyed myself watching the volleyball match. Even
Where'd
though
you
they
watch it
fell
at?
a little short. I watched it at my in-laws' basement.
Shout out your wife.
Yep. After we
Jackie?
saw a movie that day.
Which movie did you see?
We saw a great movie, which everyone should see. It was called Nightmare Alley with Bradley Coopers.
Oh, it wasn't Spider-Man?
It was not Spider-Man.
Have you seen Spider-Man yet?
I have not seen Spider-Man yet.
Do you want to go together? This
Sure.
is me not asking you out to a movie.
Well, okay. As long as you're not, then sure.
Okay, we could go to a movie.
Anybody else coming?
Hey, this is for anyone who's listening. If you want to come to Spider-Man with Happer and I, come hang out with us.
Wow.
We'll
We
be-
open it up to everybody.
Well, am I supposed to be exclusive?
Well, I don't know. It's up to you, I suppose. I wouldn't mind going to Spider-Man, but I wasn't really planning on seeing it anytime soon.
What? Really?
I don't know.
Not a Marvel guy?
I am a Marvel guy. I kind of, after the last, whatever the last Avengers was, the Avengers Endgame, I was like, you know what? That's good. That's enough.
It continues.
Yeah, it just
and-
keeps going.
Yeah, it's the universe.
And I guess that's cool, but I don't know. It's going to take a minute for me to get back into it.
Okay.
I haven't watched any of the shows.
No, I haven't either.
I've heard a couple of them were good.
Like Loki. I think he's a good character. Okay,
Yeah.
We're getting off topic. More importantly, women's athletics here for Nebraska.
Yes.
Some would say they're good. Some would say they're impressive. I would say they're here to save the program. We have volleyball, who just played in the national championship. They fell to Wisconsin 15-12. An amazing match. And then we have the women's basketball team, which Connor is Happer is the PA for. So I watch their Sundays and usually afternoons and matinees. And then I will hear you on TV. Not like you'll just kind of be like in and out of the timeouts or commercials.
Yeah.
I'll hear you and be like, there's Happer. They're 11-0.
That's true.
They beat Drake by 20 points. And Drake was supposed to be their was supposed to be kind of a test.
Yeah, yes. I think they were kind of planning for that, and then they ended up winning by 21 points, which is nice. They got a little bit of a test, but I think they showed a lot of the good things they can do. 11-0, number 6 in the net, still not in the AP top 25, but that's okay. And they'll roll on. They get Wyoming on Wednesday, and then Big Ten play.
Yeah, they play at noon on Wednesday.
Noon on Wednesday.
It's because it's break right now.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
Christmas holiday, winter break.
So they'll go. So what they'll do is they'll play a game. They'll play that game on Wednesday, and then I'm pretty sure right after that the people who can go home or can make it home for a weekend will go home because they'll have a week off, which is something that you just don't see. And I think the men's side has something similar to that. So they get the whole extended weekend. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they come back and play again not till next Wednesday, I want to say. So that doesn't happen a whole lot in college athletics, but it's a nice break and a well-deserved one for women's basketball. Hopefully they can finish it out with another win.
And the rankings don't usually change too much of the coaches and AP Yes, coaches in AP poll during the non-con. So they're just kind of flirting around that 30.
They're still sitting square at 30. Yeah, they didn't move at all this week as far as more people will start paying attention, but they're going to be sitting in a pretty good place here once they start playing some better teams for sure.
So we have a good show, or I think we have a good show lined up for you. On the other side of this break, well, we're not taking a break, but after this segment, we have John Baylor coming in, the voice of the volleyball team.
Kaboom!
Yeah, I'm honestly a little intimidated having him in here because he's like radio king, and I'm like a peon next to him. So he's been the voice of Nebraska volleyball for 25 plus years.
Yeah. Legend.
So
legend.
A little intimidated by that. So
it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll put him on the real short chair.
And then also, so we have that's our only guest today, but we'll be talking volleyball, obviously with John Baylor, and then we'll hit on women's basketball some more. And then in the second hour at 7:00, we'll talk Nebraska football, and then Nebraska men's basketball, because what the heck is going on with them? Rounded out with the NFL. 2 Monday night games, really throwing me off I didn't even put.
Shout out COVID.
No one told me that. Well, okay. I guess a lot of people, I probably should have just paid attention. I didn't know the Raiders and the Browns were playing right now.
What was I supposed to tell you?
Well, I put it in my outline. I said Bears at Vikings Monday Night Football.
Which is still happening.
And then I don't see. And then I come in and this game is going on the NFL Network.
The first half under is already hit. We feel great about that. Anytime you can get your betting night started early, not the worst thing in the world.
I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
Well, that's okay. That and fantasy football.
Don't care.
She doesn't care.
As Jackson Hallmark would say.
Don't care.
Don't care. So, fun show coming up. Oh, and then On the Fly with Big Sky. We did not get to it last week. He's going to sneeze. Bless you. We did not get to it last week, and it was really, I think it was a little sad. So
I was very sad. And Big Sky's got something new cooking.
Yeah.
Let Big Sky cook. That's what we're doing. And he's going to have his opportunity to cook this
Looks
week.
like you're playing a violin over there.
That's right.
It's the Chef Curry.
He's cooking.
Stir the pot.
Oh.
Yep, in the kitchen.
I'm not a big Curry fan. So I said it.
Well, James Harden kind of stole it as well. A lot of people did it.
Didn't someone isn't James Harden cursed?
No, the base god uncursed him because the base god
Lil B
was a fan of the Warriors. And
yes.
So he had to uncurse Katie so the Warriors could win.
Yeah, Lil B, the base god, cursed him, but he uncursed him.
There we go. Well, exciting show today. Hope you guys are ready to lock in, buckle up.
I'm so locked in.
Hang out with us. You went to the Creighton game Friday night.
Yep.
That was they beat Villanova.
They did. People don't like when you talk about them, but they did beat Villanova. They beat them by 20.
It just doesn't happen here.
No. Nope. Not now anyway. Not at the moment.
Sad. Did you have a good time?
I did. Yeah, I did. They also have this cool thing called beer at those games. So yes, I was near the bar.
Other news of the day, sad. TD Ameritrade.
Yeah, Charles Schwab, the Chuck.
I don't really enjoy that. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Like when we're when we report out of our packages and it's like live from TD Ameritrade Park. I'm going to have to say I'm live from Charles Schwab, Nicole Griffith.
It's the moment that you get used to it too, because and obviously we changed stadiums. It used to be Rosenblatt Stadium, and there was like this sentimental value to it. And then you just feel like you're kind of selling your soul a little bit. You go to TD Ameritrade Park, like I feel like I'm doing a commercial for them every time that.
And
I
now
have
we're
to say
really
it.
doing a commercial.
And I was like, you know what? I'm getting used to this. This is fine. And then they go to change it. Just like they have done with 3 times with the arena in Omaha as well. And eventually they'll change it at Pinnacle Bank Arena too, and you'll be kind of like,
really?
Oh yeah, you'll be like, oh man, I've just known it as Pinnacle Bank Arena. Why is it called
Verizon,
Quicken Loans or something like that? Like, why is it that now? And you'll just have to get used to it, and that's just part of what selling your soul for naming rights is.
Well, it's for a few years. I wonder what the contract is.
For PBA, it was a long time. I want to say they did it for like 20 years at the start of it.
Oh, and when did it open?
13.
Because Pinnacle Bank is along the side. Is it on top of it? Do you see it when you fly over?
No.
Okay, it's just
no.
along.
It looks like a spaceship from the top of it,
but
like
it's
a
just
silver spaceship.
But Pinnacle Bank is on the side.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
So I'll have to get used to that one, or not. I know people who still call the building in Omaha the Quest Center, and it's been 3 different things since then. It was the Quest Center for probably the first, I don't know, 7 to 10 years.
Well, that'd be like, so Chicago Bears fan, breaking news. They potentially may be moving Soldier Field.
Right.
And it would technically.
They'll call it something else.
I've been to Soldier Field twice, and it's just how I know it as.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's really, really sad. But every stadium now is going to have a corporate name, unless you hang on to it for as long as you possibly can. Or you could do the little side. You could do the almost there, where you call it like blah 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 Field at Memorial Stadium. Now,
like Haymarket Park or Hawks Field at Haymarket Park.
Hawks Field at Haymarket Park, right? Some double up on the sponsorships on that. You see it less in college because there's more donors that can, and they keep it going that way. But some of them have like, this is blah 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 court at blah 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 arena, and they're both corporate sponsorships.
Well, because they don't call it the Tom Osborne Field.
It is technically called Tom Osborne Field at Memorial Stadium.
I know, but no one says that.
No one actually says that though.
Which they should.
I don't know what the rules on that are. Now, since it's just Tom Osborne, it's not like you have to pay out every time you say it or whatever. It's not like a
place
legal, right? If it was,
he comes collecting his check.
If it was Pepsi Field at Memorial Stadium, they'd be like, "Yo, you have to mention Pepsi Field at Memorial Stadium every time." The Pepsi Center, that's another one that's changed. It's now Ball Arena, Ball Court, or whatever it is. Ball
Court.
Yeah, Ball. I think it's Ball Arena.
We're going to a game at Ball Court.
That's really disappointing. Even the old corporate sponsors we know.
So that's kind of the news of the day. 2 Monday Night Football games, and TD Ameritrade Park is going to be now known as Charles Schwab.
The Schwab, the Chuck.
Wasn't that like Stump the Schwab? Did you ever watch that?
Oh yeah, Stump the Schwab. Not that. Different guy.
Very different guy?
Different guy. I don't know about a very different guy. Probably very different, but yeah, I did like Stump the Schwab. No, Stump the Schwab. Stump the.
I swore it was Schwab.
Maybe you're right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been a great first segment.
Stump the Schwab. Yeah.
I was right.
Yep.
Thank you.
I remember that game. Did you ever stump him?
No. I just remembered it was on in the morning, right? I'd eat my breakfast before I went to school watching that, I think.
Yeah, that was a good show.
I was such a
couple
weirdo.
of years on ESPN, and ESPN Classic had a little run on ESPN Classic. Probably that and Cheap Seats were taking up the entire thing.
My parents were probably like, "What? She's watching sports shows before school."
Did you ever watch Cheap Seats with the Sklar brothers?
No.
They were pretty funny. They did like a comedy sports kind of, not sketch show, but like a comedy bit show, and it was about sports. It was pretty funny. The Sklar brothers are still a thing right now. I think they host a pretty popular podcast.
Basically like our show.
Exactly.
We're hilarious.
The whole thing is just a bit.
We're so hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
People have said this.
Well, we are going to take a break because we have John Baylor in the studio. He is here.
Kaboom.
Okay, you can't say it. He says it. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to talk to the voice of Nebraska volleyball after this.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Partly sunny skies, but cooler conditions expected here for our Monday. We'll top out at around 36. North winds at around 10 to 20. Mainly clear tonight, a low dropping down to around 18. We'll be looking at a nice warm-up as we get into our Tuesday. Breezy again. North winds once again could gust over 20, but a high of 45. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, this is Sean Callahan with Koppel Chevrolet GMC. New vehicle production has been increasing, but the lots will not be filling up anytime soon. In fact, most vehicles are being pre-sold and are leaving the same week as they arrive. If you want your new Chevrolet or GMC, this is a great time to build a vehicle and place an order. Our sales team will work right with you to build the exact vehicle you want. At Koppel, we appreciate your business and sell vehicles at a fair price. So come check us out or visit us online at koppelcars.com.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stone, and in just a few moments, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln, will be joining us with the latest update. But before I bring Andy on, I'd like to tell our listeners about how proud I am to work with Honda of Lincoln. I like the way they provide listeners honest, up-to-date information that helps people make informed decisions about buying or leasing. Hey, Andy, are you with us?
Yes, I am, Charlie, and thank you for your comment.
Andy, what's happening at Honda of Lincoln?
We still have truckloads of new Hondas arriving daily, and there's still more than 500 new Hondas to choose from, either in stock or on the way. Plus, we have 0% APR financing available.
How about used, Andy?
One of our best selections of all makes and models, and we have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas that have special APR starting at 0.99%.
That's great, Andy. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical, from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop, but you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
Starting the right career is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You want to enjoy your career, be challenged, have fun, earn a great weekly paycheck, and work for a great company. If you're looking for a career change or right out of high school, the John Henry's Plumbing Apprentice Program may be the perfect answer. You'll get paid while getting hands-on training. We focus on your skills while you engage in real-world learning. Why not join the John Henry's team today? Apply at jhlincoln.com. That's jhlincoln.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
South Lincoln has a new place for you to catch all sporting events. The Upside Bar and Lounge is your destination for Monday Night Football, UFC fight nights, and more. It's a great place to meet friends to enjoy great drinks and food, with plenty of TVs to catch all the action. There's easy access and free parking and comfortable seating for groups. And don't forget happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. each weekday. There's specials every night, including taco night on Mondays and burger baskets on Tuesdays. That's at the Upside Bar and Lounge at 27th and Pine Lake.
This year, show her she's the one with 1 carat diamond jewelry from Riddle's Jewelry, your trusted family-owned jeweler for over 60 years. Choose from Riddle's remarkable collection of 1 carat total weight diamonds in rings, pendants, bracelets, or earrings at prices you'll love, with savings up to 50%. Show the one you love how much they mean to you with the perfect 1 carat diamond gift from Riddle's Jewelry.
Located in Gateway Mall. Working at Continental of Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they're hiring for production operators at $21.72 an hour and other select jobs starting at $23.42 an hour, with wages growing up to $27.55 an hour. Continental also has salary jobs available with great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
A new Planet Fitness location is open near you. To celebrate, you can join for just $1 down and then $10 a month. We're squeaky clean and ready to welcome you with tons of equipment and plenty of space to spread out. So join the judgment-free zone today. We're ready when you are. Just $1 down, $10 a month. Offer ends soon. Join us today.
A brand new Planet Fitness location is now open at 84th and Layton.
Planet Fitness locations are independently owned and operated. See club for details.
Back to the Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffin.
Welcome back into the Ticket Weeknights. Hello.
Oh, that voiceover guy, he sounded...
Big voice Bob?
Passionate and a little angry, like he was ticked.
He meant it. He meant it. Man.
We
didn't
are
even have to
joined.
tell him that either. We're just like, he knows. He knows it's Nicole.
Sometimes I'm not sure if he says Nicole Griffith. We've talked about this before. Sometimes I'm not sure if he says it completely right.
NG.
And that's honestly what people call me. We are joined with John Baylor, the voice of Husker Volleyball. Welcome.
Greetings.
You just had a national championship run.
Factual statement.
You
did it. It was all you.
You did it.
I have a box seat to the greatest show on Terraflex.
It just became that, right?
That's another shirt, by the way.
I think we've had 6 years of Terraflex, but it's nice to be associated with a winner. I like associating with a winner, which is why I'm on this show right here.
Hey, how about that?
Here we go.
Call us a winner. More so you probably.
Well, I did text him last night and I said, hey, will you come on my show? And he goes, sure. And here we are.
I thought it was 10-11.
Quite a negotiation.
I thought it was
Come
10-11.
on,
trick.
Come on the news. Let's have JB give us the news.
Stay right there. 5 minutes. We're going to talk to you on TV in the studio. Well, in the morning show, they're always sitting there with guests.
Mhm.
Here's Bob Downey talking about pet of the week. Give me Doug the dog. Give me
Wow,
me-
you
sit on
are
the couch.
You are a watcher.
Give me Rachel the snake. I mean, whatever it is. I've seen it. Also, there's Nebraska. What's that segment that the husband and wife do? There's like the small,
Pure Nebraska.
what's it called?
Pure Nebraska.
Pure,
Pure.
not fake. Pure Nebraska. I love it. And they go into like diners.
I love it.
in Burwell. It's awesome.
I,
They talk to real people. Real people.
I have my breakfast and my coffee and I watch Pure Nebraska.
Pure
in the morning.
Nebraska. And you feel pure Nebraska.
I'm almost.
Yes.
I have South Dakota plates. Sip gives me a hard time for it. He says, when are you going to get Nebraska plates?
Wrong side of Lewis and Clark Reservoir.
But my ID, my picture's really good. And I don't want to have to take another one.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, once you get a good
Deal
photo,
with it.
stay with it. I lived for 7 years in Mississippi because of my pic. That's a joke. I was trying to think of a state where you may not want to stay a long time.
And you picked Mississippi.
That's idea out of the dark.
Where are you from, JB?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
What?
Born in the old Lincoln General Hospital.
Where?
But well traveled.
Where'd you go to school?
High school?
Yes.
I went to a high school.
Middle
outside-
school.
Middle school. I went to a middle school.
No, junior high, probably.
It was called junior high. I went to one outside of Boston. My parents were divorced and I lived with my mom in the Boston area. So I grew up largely in the Boston area. So I'm a Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins fan. Oh, yeah, those are the sports teams I care about. But I've been there before the being there was good. Like these Patriots fans
Yes,
now,
they have it way too good.
Yeah, Patriots and Red Sox fans, you total frauds. Like, who played left field in the 75 series against the Reds? Totally clueless.
There's a kid when they had one of their championship parades and he had like a sign. He was like, I've already won 6 championships and I'm like 4 years old or something like that. I was like, that kid is spoiled rotten.
You'll always have the 2015 Royals.
That's exactly right. I
Nice.
will always have the 2015 Royals.
All those have the 1970s Patriots, whose quarterback was Steve Grogan, who went to Kansas State. So I'm at Omaha West Side teaching my ACT prep class, and
oh yeah, John is a genius.
A girl takes my class. Her name's Rebecca Grogan. I said, "Are you related to Steve?" And she goes, "Yeah, he's my uncle." And I go, "Okay, slow down. I'm talking about the former quarterback for the Patriots. Yeah, he's my uncle." I'm like, "All right, now totally slow down. Your uncle is the former quarterback. Yeah, he's my uncle. So your dad is his brother. Yeah, Steve Grogan. Who's the quarterback of my childhood team, right? And there's nothing like your childhood heroes.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's nothing like it. There truly is nothing like it. So he was the quarterback of my favorite football team, in the pros, just like Turner Gill was the quarterback of my favorite college team. Anyway, his brother teaches phys ed at Omaha West Side. So what do you think I did?
You were joking at first. Like, Grogan.
So what do you think I did the next day?
You stalked him.
Yes. I went to Omaha West Side. I went to a phys ed class. He looks just like Steve. Scott Grogan.
How about that?
Anyway.
My childhood hero is Brian Urlacher, and he now has hair. So
that's true.
He's from New Mexico.
We
went to the University of New Mexico.
Yeah, that's my My first football
because
jersey.
you're a Bears fan. Got it. I put
Fifth
it
grade, I got a
together.
Brian Urlacher jersey, and everyone thought it was the Broncos and was making fun of me.
Oh,
and I was like, no, it's the Bears.
I still love Larry. I always will love Larry.
Yeah.
He was the best Olympian ever. Everyone Wilma Rudolph, Jesse Owens. No, Larry. Larry Bird on the Dream Team. I try to bring him up on every broadcast. Somehow, some
It's
way.
not really hard to mix it in. So
Well,
you're at a sports show, Larry Bird.
There's a player from Terre Haute, Indiana. Okay, let's talk about Larry.
Boom.
And we had Anna Schmreck playing for Wisconsin. Her dad played for the Lakers. 2 titles. The wounds are still fresh.
Yeah. Can't get that far away from it. The 6 degrees of Larry Bird, I guess. 7 degrees of Larry Bird.
He's one childhood hero that if I were able to meet, I would really
that would
enjoy
be something.
I'd remember that.
There is something to you may be disappointed or something like that when you meet him because he's kind of a jerk or something like that.
I doubt it.
You might,
Like JB, he could be a jerk.
I can actually confirm Larry Bird is a jerk.
Oh!
My girlfriend is good friends with his niece, and so she's met him, and he was not nice.
His girlfriend, who goes to Indiana Wesleyan,
which is near Terre Haute,
which is the IWU.
Which is where my girlfriend lives. Is Terre
So
Haute.
your girlfriend's friend is
Larry
the
Bird's
daughter of Eddie Bird.
I don't know which Bird she's the daughter
You haven't
of.
figured that out?
No.
This story has no integrity. You have to know. Is it Eddie? You don't even know.
I'll ask her.
No cred. If you can't just say Larry's the uncle. No. Is it Eddie's daughter? I mean, he's got.
Well, that's
3
how
others.
You know all Larry's brothers?
No, but I do know Eddie. He used to fill it up for Indiana State. Eddie was a poor man's Larry.
How many brothers does
He's got
Larry
a sister
Bird
and
have?
he's got a sister and 3 brothers. There's 5
4.
of them. He's got a sister and 4 brothers.
4 brothers for
There's
He has
6
4 brothers
birds?
and a sister.
It could be any
Wow.
one of the 4.
Eddie's the youngest.
Also, it doesn't say his
Larry's-
name. It just says 4 brothers.
Larry's is the second oldest. It's a great. I can tell you all of Larry's stories you want. Well, but you only got a 2-hour show.
We'll
Eddie-
get a report back from Big Sky at some
Eddie,
point.
Mark, Mike, Jeff.
Okay. Which
Trying
one
to
of
hear a
those?
good Larry story, so I get some cred,
Please.
as opposed to Ethan here is like, my girlfriend is a friend with.
It's like I actually know Larry Bird,
you
but
got to get the sibling figured out. So I was at an education conference in Louisville, which I suddenly discovered, thanks to my dumb phone, is about an hour and 20 minutes from French Lick. So I skip out of the education conference. I go to French Lick for the day, and I go start at Larry's bar, right? Larry's Bar and Grill. And so I go in. I'm like, hey, does Larry ever come in? No, never. I go, really? Larry never comes into his
not
own
surprising.
place?
Yeah.
And so
He's probably got 42 of them.
they say, well, if you want to talk about Larry, actually, this guy here at the bar at this table can help you out. And he's like on the school board, nice guy. It was lunch on a dreary day in French Lake. And he said, yeah, I know Larry. I know the whole story. And I grew up here. What's the story? So is Larry ever coming into his bar? He goes, it's not his bar. This is not his bar and grill. Hold on. It's called Larry's. He goes, no. Here's the story. My friend wanted to start the bar and grill, and the friend's name was like Ed Jenkins. Okay. So my friend Ed Jenkins wanted to start the bar and grill. So of course he goes to Larry. He says, Larry, what will it take? We want to use your name, want to have your memorabilia. We'll give you 10, 20%. What's it going to take? And Larry says, I'm not interested. Larry, come on. I mean, everyone knows about French Lick only because of you. Is there any way? He goes, I'm not interested. By the way, what's your name again? He goes, Ed Jenkins. Why? He goes, was your dad the gas guy in town when I was a kid? He goes, yeah, my dad worked for the gas utility. He goes, your dad used to keep the heat on at our house when my mom and my dad, who is still then alive, could not pay the bill. You can use my name. Wow.
How about that?
You think I can? You sure? Yeah. Okay. 10%. What's it going to take? He goes, I'm not interested. You can use my name. Well, what about memorabilia? Come on over to the house. Grab what you want. Your dad kept the heat on at our house when we didn't have the money to pay the bill during the winters. You can use my name and you can use memorabilia.
Wow.
So later, Ed Jenkins goes to the house up in not Bloomington, but up in Indianapolis. And a maid or some woman answers the door, it was your housekeeper, and says, oh, yeah, Larry said you were going to come to the house and get some memorabilia. Okay, great. Yeah, where can I pick it up? He goes, oh, no, just go to the garage. Go to the garage. Yeah, upstairs. He goes, okay, there's nothing in the house. No, there's nothing in the house. Just go to the garage upstairs. Okay, thanks. Walks over to the garage, walks up the steps, and up there, amidst cobwebs, trophies tipped over, is all his stuff. All the MVP stuff that's tipped over, cobwebs everywhere. Can't find a light switch. That's where it all was. He grabbed what he wanted.
You take whatever?
Yes. It didn't matter. That's part of the greatness of Larry. That stuff doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just a Larry story you don't find in the
Oh my
books.
gosh.
Absolutely
Wow.
not.
So
Hear that
what did
anywhere.
what did you do?
What did I do? I spent the whole day in French Lick, and this guy gave me a tour. For example, later in the day, I said, can we go see Larry's house? And he said, well, I mean, he lived in a lot of houses. I mean, his dad was a drunk, and they kept getting kicked out of houses. The house we stay at was Larry's house, is the one he lived in while he was in high school. And so he lived about 3 or 4 years in this house. And it's actually down the hill from the park where he used to play all the time. I said, is that the park where he used to play in the rain? He goes, yep, Larry was always up there shooting in the rain.
Dang, you got the Larry Bird tour when you were in French Lick on a rainy day.
Well, I'll tell you, Connor,
Feels like a Nicholas Sparks book
Almost,
right now
yeah.
for like sports lovers.
No, I truly respected him as a young person. And I was living in Boston. I got to tell you, the impact Larry Bird had on that community is something you can't really appreciate if you weren't there. And I'll tell you, there are others who have as well. Doug Flutie was very, very close. And Fred Lynn was very close in the mid 70s. And Bobby Orr was probably equivalent. And Tom Brady, I've long since left, so probably even has exceeded Larry. But his grip on my generation for what he did was difficult to describe because, again, my mom and I could go to Celtics games before Larry got there. They were barely, half full.
Right.
Tickets were like $12. So we used to take the subway into the Garden and go to the games. And Larry arrives the next year. You couldn't get a ticket. That's the last game I ever saw was the year before Larry got there. And they were horrible. It was on hat night. They had to give stuff away to get us in there.
Exactly.
And then Larry shows up. And so you think as an adult, okay, well, the more you learn about him, the less you respect him. Well, the more I learn about Larry, stories like I just described, the more I like him and the more I respect him. Is he a perfect human being? No.
Is he a jerk?
Until you find out from Big Sky.
Her dad, my girlfriend's friend's dad, is in fact Eddie Bird.
Eddie!
The youngest of the 4 Larry brothers.
Whenever I say, because
the poor man's Larry
in college,
is Eddie.
In college, I did not make the college baseball team, so that really hurt. And so I found myself playing pickup hoops like every afternoon, and I got actually pretty good. I mean, I was a pretty good high school player, but I got to be quite good in 19, 20 years old because I played all the time. I mean, every afternoon I was playing pickup hoops, graduate students, the whole thing. And so I developed this fall-away jumper modeled right after Larry. And so whenever
JB is the same as Larry Bird.
Basically,
that's a great compliment. And whenever I had a good game, I'd be like, I'm a poor man's Larry. And people say, really? I go, yeah, Eddie. Eddie was his younger brother. Everyone was all excited. He went to Indiana State as well. What a dummy. I mean, can you imagine going to the same college as your older brother?
Might want to get away.
There's Larry. I think Eddie might have averaged 12 points a game,
They thought he was going to be the next thing.
Yeah, that's what they
It's
all
like Michael
did.
Jordan's kids, They not exactly Larry
Tough.
Bird's brothers, but yeah.
Tough.
Michael Jordan's kids didn't have it very well either.
We are joined with John Baylor, voice of the I'm going to say the women's volleyball. I do this.
The volleyball
I mess it up
team.
every time. Like last week, I kept saying the men's football team, and it's just like, ugh, I can't do it. You can, if you have any questions for John, you can call or text. I'm just going to throw it out there, so you might get some questions. 402-464-5685. I don't really know how we can top the Larry Bird story, but you're from. Well, you're not from. You're from Lincoln, but moved to Boston and was in that area, so you're used to successful programs, i.e., the volleyball program. So you've been the voice for 28 years.
Nice.
How many national championships have you called?
All 5 of them.
So, which one has been the most fun? Probably the ones they won.
It's like choosing your child.
But there is a favorite. We all know there's a favorite.
Is there a favorite championship match? A lot of the championship matches were not particularly close, at least the ones that we won.
Right.
The ones we lost were very
Have
close.
been close,
Yeah.
right.
I think my favorite team was 2008, and the greatest game I ever called was the 2008 regional final at Seattle.
Why was
And,
that your favorite? Or the
uh,
greatest game
we
you
were
ever
down.
called?
We were down 2-love, and then we came back and won the third set pretty handily. But the fourth set we should have lost, and we came back and won that miraculously. And then we're down 9-3 in the fifth, and Caleb Banwar steps back and serves 7 points in a row, and then they get back, and then it's 12-12, and we pull it out over Washington in front of 8,500 fans, and it was just an unbelievable. Jordan Larson and the Miracles. But then the next match against Penn State was an amazing match. We lost it. Penn State had not lost a set the entire year. And Nebraska was up 10-8 over Penn State with Jordan Wilberger out of Scotts Bluff in the middle, and Lindsay Light on the right, and Tara Mueller on the left, and Rachel Schwartz in the back, Caleb Banworth as a libero, and Cooper was the other middle. Just unbelievably overachieving, that team. Now you had Jordan Larson, so you had a good basis, and then Caleb Banworth was pretty solid, but she was only a sophomore at that point. She was a very good libero at that point. And we're down 9-3 the week prior at Seattle. And guess what the score was 2 days ago in the fifth when we took over the serve?
It was 7.
It was 9-2. We win that serve, and then it was 9-3.
Yeah, and you're like, oh,
and
man.
Guess who never thought
you would have
of the match in Washington? I only realized it
Is
later.
that just
I'm
now?
Oh, you didn't acknowledge
I
it?
saw
Yeah.
a tweet that Kayla actually had put out. She
Yeah,
goes,
holy
when it was
smokes.
9-3, I felt pretty good.
Well, as you're telling that story, I mean, speaking of overachieving, I mean, this team kind of has to come to mind at least a little bit in that regard.
Oh, absolutely. I think arguably that win against Texas, by the way, that middle in 2008 was Corey Cooper. Sorry about that, Corey.
There you go, Corey Cooper.
The win over Texas 10 days ago, I think is arguably the second greatest win in Nebraska history. And that's debatable. I think most people agree the Seattle win I talked to you about is the greatest. It's in the ballpark with a bunch of others. And you're thinking, well, how can a regional final be a bigger win than a championship match? The location.
It's over Texas.
The opponent, the status of the other programs right now in the Husker athletic portfolio.
The fact they beat you last year.
They'd won the last two against us, correct. That the season and how it's evolved, and how, as recently as 4 weeks ago, there was a lot of pessimism. And suddenly we're at Texas, and the environment. I've been going to Texas for a long time. They've kicked up their game. I mean, those fans were rabid. The whole presentation of the sport was improved, everything.
They feel like, just looking at it. So I was off that, or I worked that day, but was off for the game. And then I went and watched it at South Grotto, and it was my first time there. And they had it on a big projection, or they had it on like other TVs, but they had it all on like one wall. And it just seemed like Texas fans were like right up against the court.
Oh, it's amazing.
They're like standing on top
Jim,
of you.
I keep seeing or hearing or reading comments about, oh, what a dump Texas plays in. It's gorgeous. I don't know what's going on with the television screens. I love that place. Reminds me of the Nebraska Coliseum.
Yeah,
It's
it looks
beautiful.
like it on TV. It looks
Beautiful.
like
And the acoustics are impeccable, and those fans make a ton of noise, and the DJs are rocking and rolling. I think the volume of the music's actually excessive, but that's a minor quibble. It's quite an environment.
Can you hear? Because
my
Lauren Cook West is not with you, right?
Correct.
So do you have to crank the volume in order to hear?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I got to stash the microphone down my thorax. It was an amazing environment, an amazing night, just incredible night to win that match.
Yeah, that would have. I mean, to win that championship match the other night, that probably would have gone to the top of the list, right?
You know what? It probably would have. That probably would have been number one, because the other two are regional finals.
Right.
If we had pulled it out over Wisconsin, we're a prohibitive underdog.
Mm-hmm.
To win it, that would have probably been the greatest win of all time.
And if it's the same circumstances, right? If they're down 7-0 in the fifth, you're thinking, I didn't know how they got back the way that they did. And the win.
I felt it though. I felt they had. I was, a little pessimistic that you make it all the way back, but I said this is still going to be close.
I'm thinking if you could get them to like 9-2 9-6,
Yeah, we
9-7,
did.
you start sweating a little bit.
We did. We
They
got
made
like
'em sweat.
11-8, 11-8. We got within 2. It was 14-12.
Yeah, 14-12.
It was awesome. But you think of the other finals, the championship matches, in 95 over Texas, that went 4 sets. In 06 over Stanford, that went 4 sets.
Yeah.
In 15 over Texas, that was a 3-set sweep. In 17 over Florida, I mean, that was a foregone conclusion, although that did go 4 sets. And then, hold on. And in 2000 over Wisconsin, that did go 5. I'm probably underrating that victory over Wisconsin. It did go 5 in 2000, but it was like 15-9 in the fifth. So there was
just not
drama.
even like excited, you know.
There was drama, but there was no, oh my goodness, who might win still at the very end. It was Nebraska was very much in control of the fifth set.
Right.
It was 21 years ago.
When it was 8-1, I was like, right where we wanna.
Might have been too much at that point, but yeah, close. It's a good underdog team. It was an awesome story this year.
How do you just describe what the Final Four run was in your own words?
Surprising to most, well earned and well deserved to the people inside the program, because the tinkering was really working. For example, coach benched Lindsey Krause against Wisconsin and played Whitney Lonstein because he probably thought, Whitney is ready, and she has one of the strongest arms I've ever seen. Just has a tough time keeping it in. So if you're sitting courtside, stay off your phone, because if she's playing, you don't know, you might get bonked.
Well, one of Lindsey Krause's kills hit Kelsey in the face.
Kelsey
Casper from Channel 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was up in over in Columbus, and she tweeted that.
And she recovered.
She got hit in the face. She goes, "It doesn't matter because it's a 1-point game now." So.
Shake it off.
Anyway, Lindsey Krause has never been benched in her career, I don't think. Anyway, she was a different player after that benching. So it's that kind of tinkering that really paid off. Same thing happened with Allie Batenhorst when Lexi Sun played for a couple matches about that same time. It was only 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks before the tournament, the weekend before the tournament. So he was still tweaking, and that, I think, provided ultimate motivation for Krause and also for Batenhorst.
How much of an advantage does, you've been around a lot of teams. How much of an advantage did this team in particular have just mentally over its? It just felt like intangibly they were so good, and that's what made them, kind of overachieve a little bit. But I that's one of the first things that I noticed when watching this group. I guess, could you speak to that a little bit?
Well, it seems that way because they're always smiling.
Yeah.
And I think that intimidates the opponent. It's like, whoa, you just got beaten a very close game, and now 2 sets won, and they come out for the 4th set, season's on the line, and they're smiling, they're feeling good, they're body bumping.
Yeah. And
yeah, they genuinely care a lot about each other. They're very, very close, and they spent so much time together, and they still just adore each other. This was pretty remarkable chemistry and just synergy. The collective exceeded the sum of the individual parts.
That's what it's supposed to look like. That's what you're supposed to do.
You are known. We're joined with John Baylor of the volleyball program, and John, you have a lot of, people know you for your little phrases like Kayla Caffey, KCT, right?
Kayla Caffey time, KC team.
Kayla Caffey time, kaboom, blocks in a kindergarten room.
Huskers have more blocks than a preschool.
Yep, preschool.
Call grandkids.
Call grandkids.
Call the grandkids.
One of them that I think of is the Kayla Caffey time, and the seniors that, we don't know if they're coming back or not. We for sure know Stivrins and Son are not coming back. Kayla Caffey is 25, and I know, shocking.
I thought she was 24, so that's probably going to make it less likely.
She's going to be 25 during the season next year.
Oh,
and then,
okay, that's
but
different.
I think
she's 24.
She just had a birthday.
So she's 24.
Well, I think she's 24 because she just had a birthday, and that'd make her 25.
If her current age is 25, I don't think she's coming back. If her current age is 24, I think there's a good chance, and she could really help us.
Do you think? Where do you see the seniors coming back or not? Because they have the volleyball program. They had the best class, the freshman class, and next year's best freshman class.
Yeah, I don't. This is pure speculation. By the way, I have a friend whose friend was in Mexico during the Final Four and couldn't get the match on TV. Thank goodness. TV is an intruder.
Yeah, we don't care about TV.
Radio's a companion.
Monday nights, all about radio. You are on screen though.
Yeah, it's not TV though.
Greetings.
It's fake TV.
Meant to get my hair done. Anyway, this friend in Mexico who was listening to the radio said that night after the Pittsburgh match, she was in her dream the whole night. All she could hear was Kayla Cappy Kaboom all her entire dream.
You're infiltrating dreams.
Yep. So I hope Callie Schwarzenbach continues to play, whether it's at Nebraska. I'm not sure. I think she'd like to stay here, even in a reduced role. But I hope she does not retire with one extra year of eligibility.
Callie or Kayla?
Kelly Schwarzenbach.
Okay.
I hope I said that. Kelly
Yeah.
Schwarzenbach. Anyway, Kayla Caffey could really help us. And I think she hopefully is going to get courted. And the other senior,
Nicklin.
Nicklin is an interesting story. I think she might come back. But I think the keys to the car belong now to Kennedy Orr. So her role will be back row, backup setter potentially. Who knows? This is all speculative. Volunteer assistant coach. I mean, she's going to be kind of in a emeritus role, Nicklin Hames. But if she chooses to go elsewhere, if I were she, it would be as a libero. She professionally could make money as a libero. Now you get paid the least at that position, but if she wants to play professionally before she goes on and becomes a fabulous coach, go play libero somewhere. I mean, the other thing is you go set for Pepperdine with her sister, but she doesn't want to do that. So, she could go set somewhere and have a somewhat similar experience. But I think to get ready for the pro career, boom. But the thing is, be a libero. The thing is, if she stays here, she's going to make so much more money.
Yeah.
And how
One of our popular players, that's for sure.
We're gonna wrap up here. Yeah, Nicklin, she's like one of the
she's a
best
star.
soundbite.
She's a star.
Best soundbite, best video.
She's one of the 5 most popular players of all time here in the state. From what I can tell, the fans just adore Nicklin Hames.
And she loves them back, which is so awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So JB just wrapped up your 28th season announcing volleyball.
True.
What do you do in the offseason? Well, what are you going to do now?
Try to reverse my hairline decline. I mean, there's a lot.
Oh, stop. You have great hair.
Tell lots of
Are
friends.
you kidding me, man? I'm like 29.
Got her. What do I do in the off season? I run my business. I raise my kids. I play a ton of tennis, a little bit of golf, and that's I probably do a few other things.
Did you get a 36?
No, I never got a 36.
So John Baylor runs ACT prep work.
John Baylor test prep.
What's the name of my business?
John Baylor test prep.
That's
Is
the
that what
old
it
name.
is?
Is it different now?
Yeah,
That was what it was when I was in high school.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Central.
Omaha Central.
Omaha Central.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was back then. Now it's on to college.
On to
Oh,
college.
yes.
Oh, my bad. I did
So-
not realize that. I stopped prepping for the ACT after I took it.
Never too late.
Don't enjoy the ACT. I
No,
took
most
it.
people love it.
I stop. They do not.
Oh, they love it.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they're like Friday night going out, forget it. I'm standing there hammering the grammar. Bunch of losers out there. Look at these fools, these losers with beverages they shouldn't be drinking. I'm here hammering some science, suckers. Can't wait till the next test. It's in 3 weeks. Kaboom. Why can't I score a 38?
Why do you like prepping people for the ACT? Standardized testing is like awful.
I like helping people catch dreams.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It's about changing. It's about making a difference and having fun, right?
Well, I took an ACT prep. I took the test twice and I didn't like my score. So I took a prep class and I didn't change my score.
It's not golf. You're trying to increase your score.
It was like, so
get better.
It's broken up by the categories. So like the 2 categories I was doing really well on, I improved my
Nice.
other 2, but I stayed flat.
Nothing more exciting than hearing about the testing history of the host.
I hate
Listeners,
you.
listeners are pulling over right now. They're like, hold on, slow down.
You
take
got
the notes.
worse.
Here come the text. Which were the 2 sections?
John Baylor will never be on this show again.
Nicole,
Making fun
I
of
think
me.
tormenting the host is just part of the gig.
Yeah, exactly.
This is good stuff. Next week, she will produce the score report.
No, I will
Can you imagine?
I will
listenership?
cry.
copy.
I
Forget about
thought
it.
my computer was broke. I was like, why is it the same score? It's broke. The link's broke.
And the overall score stayed the same because 2 went up and 2 went down. That's stuff you don't get everywhere.
Wow.
That's John Baylor. Amazing conversation. We
What
talked so much about the volleyball program.
But I'm a bit of a jerk.
Larry Bird. That's the Larry
Larry.
Bird in you. It's the Eddie Bird.
Oh no.
Don't compare me to Eddie.
That's the first hour on Take It Weeknights. We will be back.
Only thing those two
After-
shared, parents.
That's it.
You're a poor man's Larry.
I am a poor man's Larry. We all are. It's his
Eddie.
world.
Yeah, all poor man's Larry. I'll take that.
Greatest ever.
Take us to break.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
At Mountain Dew, we support the best and baddest disaster relief group in America, Team Rubicon. To show our support of Team Rubicon, Mountain Dew put in $1 million. And now you can help Team Rubicon too. Look for specially marked Team Rubicon bottles of Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, and Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Enter for a chance to win weekly prizes at MountainDewTR.com and donate to Team Rubicon. You'll earn exclusive rewards when you do. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 and older. Subject to rules at MountainDewTR.com. Ends 2020.
West of
We were watching-
York.
Sports talk on
That's the
the
home of what's his name? Played
All
for Iowa.
Sports.
Drew Ott.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7
We
The
did
Ticket.
my tournaments here,
A
so
new
we-
Planet Fitness location is open near you. To celebrate, you can
when
join
you
for just
and-
$1 down
you
and
and
then
Cooper
$10 a
last night
month.
talking
We're
about
squeaky clean and ready to welcome you with tons of equipment and plenty of space to spread out. So join the
So I was
judgment-free
like
zone
rolling
today.
on it in
We're
the
ready when
station,
you
and
are.
one of our
Just
reporters
$1
came
down,
up to me and said,
$10 a
"You
month.
look like
Offer
this
ends soon.
interview."
Join us
She's like,
today.
I
A
had
brand new
PTSD
Planet
when
Fitness
that-
location is now open at 84th and Lake.
And that's when I texted you that you had good
Planet
hair.
Fitness
I was like,
locations
"Oh,
are
that's why I
independently
like
owned and
his hair."
operated. See Club
You
for
have
details.
his
Every
number?
time we make the choice to drive, we're making a choice that could have life or death consequences. Friedman Law Offices has proudly sponsored our holiday taxi service for 30 years. This year, we're proud to partner with Z-Trip to keep
All the
Lincoln
kids in
streets safer.
Nebraska.
Between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. from December
Appreciate it.
15th to New Year's Day, you can get a free ride home if you've had too much to drink. Just call 402-474-SAFE or click Let Friedman Drive at friedmanlaw.com. Friedman Law Offices. Helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do.
So you know, I
Starting the
started
right career is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You want to enjoy your career, be challenged, have fun, earn a great weekly paycheck, and work for a great company. If you're looking for a career change or right out of high school, the John Henry's Plumbing Apprentice Program may be the perfect answer. You'll get paid while getting hands-on training. You focus on your skills while you engage in real-world learning. Why not join the John Henry's team today? Apply at jhlincoln.com. That's jhlincoln.com.
John
You suffered a setback due to an illness, an injury, a stroke. Therapy Plus is here
Scott
for
does an
you.
early spring game this
Madonna
year
Therapy
instead
Plus
of
provides
May 1st,
world-class
like last year,
outpatient
which was my
physical,
wedding day.
speech, and
Thanks,
occupational
Scott.
therapy.
Appreciate it.
From a minor sprain to complex medical conditions, our therapy experts can help
Does
you
Scott
return to
Frost
the activities
purposely
you
spite me
enjoy.
when scheduling
Don't let your
spring
wellness wait. If therapy is what you need, Madonna Therapy Plus in Omaha and Lincoln is ready to help. Learn more at therapyplus.madonna.org.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they're hiring for production operators at $21.72 an hour and other select jobs starting at $23.42 an hour, with wages growing up to $27.55 an hour. Continental also has salary jobs available with great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
And now, story time from the world of Yum.
I could not eat fruitcake. I would not eat it by a lake. I would not eat it with a snake. There's no amount that I would take because I'll never, ever eat fruitcake. Hey, these snacks are really good. What is this? This is Grandma's fruitcake, but it's so moist and delicious. I like fruitcake. Okay, good to know. Kids, I gotta go. All literature is a lie.
Check out Grandma's fruitcake and all the delicious desserts at Beatrice Bakery. Welcome to our world of Yum.
Hi, I'm Jay Foreman. When I played football for Nebraska and the NFL, I wore lots of protective gear to safeguard my health. I'm still protecting my health, as well as my family, friends, and community because I got my COVID vaccine. And now, even kids 5 years and older can be vaccinated. If you've been vaccinated, get your booster shot if you qualify. It's free, it's safe, and it protects all of us. Suit up against COVID. Find out more at healthylincoln.org.
Hi, this is Sean Callahan with Koppel Chevrolet GMC. New vehicle production has been increasing, but the lots will not be filling up anytime soon. In fact, most vehicles are being pre-sold and are leaving the same week as they arrive. If you want your new Chevrolet or GMC, this is a great time to build a vehicle and place an order. Our sales team will work right with you to build the exact vehicle you want. At Koppel, we appreciate your business and sell vehicles at a fair price. So come check us out or visit us online at koppelcars.com.
Back to the Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffin.
And welcome back in. I'm trying to be not so excited and more authoritative. We'll see how it works out. Bold move, I know.
Not very confident. We'll see how it works out.
What? Sometimes I'm always like...
You're like, I'm going to be authoritative, but we'll see.
No, I want to see how it goes.
Oh, yeah, I do too, but that's not an authoritative thing
Great
to say.
show so far. The first hour involved a lot of rambling in the first segment. You know, I kind of started a sentence. I didn't know where I was going to go with it. And then the second part of the hour was John Baylor roasting me about my ACT scores.
It's talking Larry Bird. You don't get that everywhere, like you said. Holy smokes.
A lot of it was above my head. So
you don't know Larry?
I know. I don't know him like he knows him.
The legend?
Eddie.
I was not. I did. I mean, of
and
a different
then Big
generation.
Sky came with a little fact like, hey, I actually have a connection.
Yeah. French
Boom.
lick.
Boom. Kaboom.
Kaboom.
So go back and listen on however you listen to things. So awesome. Football news just in. Happer is mad because the spring game is set for April 9th.
Yeah, miraculously, I'm not getting married on that day again this year. Shout out to Scott Frost's latest spring game day.
If anyone wants to get married on April 9th.
In several years, and like uncharacteristically late. This is a normal spring game time. In fact, it's actually a little early.
It's in the spring.
It's in the spring. Well, I guess May 1st is technically in the spring too. But the one year they decide to move it way late, it happens to be my wedding day. And we purposely planned the wedding
around it.
Like I figured they're not going to make it on May 1st. Maybe there's a chance if it's April 26th or the weekend before or whatever, they're not going to make it May 1st. Let's just make it a week after. Well, straight up on it. So we'll see.
And you were tweeting about Husker football on your wedding day.
I was getting prepared for the festivities beforehand, having a beverage, and decided to check Twitter.
Check the old Twitter? Because you knew they couldn't lose.
I wondered about Jaquez Yant, I believe, that day, yes. So who will be the spring game star this year? We'll find out April 9th.
Who will be the quarterback?
Oh, that we do not know.
Will it be... No, I'm being serious. Do we think it will be Logan Smothers versus Heinrich Harburg?
None of those are right. Harburg.
Logan Smothers is correct.
Heinrich Harburg.
Yes.
Yes.
And then a transfer portal QB.
Richie Rich.
Well, that's what I'm wondering about because
he's involved. He'll be here. He's hurt, but he'll be here.
So with Bo Nix, I mean, I didn't think Bo Nix was going to come to Nebraska, but he's the transfer portal list roster was huge for quarterbacks.
Which is your favorite brief romance with Nebraska and transfer portal quarterbacks so far? Is it Spencer Rattler?
No.
Is it Bo Nix? Is it Keaton Slovis? Is it Miles Brennan?
I feel like, surprisingly, I don't have one that I'm like was holding on to.
Yeah.
But I feel like Miles Brennan was the one they were trying the
It
hardest.
had the most legs for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not going to be like, Spencer Rattler was not going to come here.
I don't think so, but I didn't expect Spencer Rattler to go to South Carolina either. And there he went.
UCS.
USC,
Or
Spencer Rattler.
USC.
Just like
UCF.
everybody expected, Spencer Rattler to USC. There will be more portal quarterbacks. Wow, that's kind of a tough one, actually. So you wait for yours. If you miss out on this group of them, there'll be more entering. So to answer the question, I have no idea who their quarterback is going to be at this point. But I feel relatively confident in saying that their starter by the time the season rolls around will be none of the three guys that are currently in the room.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. And maybe we'll find out more on April 9th for the spring game.
We probably won't.
Probably not.
Probably not. So Nebraska spring game is set for April 9th. Is it usually free? Do you get tickets?
I think it's like $5 or $10 or something like that. Yeah.
Probably going to be chilly, but it's going to be great.
Who knows? Or it could be 80. We'll never know. And by the way, we'll be a month, like basically 15 home games worth of Nebraska baseball down already. They're home the entire March.
It's not going to happen.
Well, you don't know that. We could have the very random 70-degree March weekend as we seem to have every year.
Yeah, but you get one weekend. It's not going to be like.
Yeah, maybe they'll try and squeeze 7 games into one weekend. Who knows?
That's not going to happen.
We do that.
A lot has happened since we were last on the show talking Nebraska football. Adrian Martinez, he is going to K-State.
Yes.
Cam Jurgens declares for the NFL draft, and we had signing day. All of this happened within the past week.
It's true.
So
were we here when Mark Whipple? Have we talked about Mark Whipple yet?
No, I have that on my list of things. Multiple Mark Whipple parody accounts because Mark Cool Whipple follows me now.
Yeah,
and there's multiple parody accounts, and I know your thoughts on it.
I think I got really mad at me, and you know I had to be like, look, I don't really care.
Did you have to block him, or how'd you know he was mad at you?
Well, he's like changed his profile 42 times and then started calling me out about how I wasn't going to have enough Twitter followers or something like that. I didn't really care about any of it.
Okay.
Maybe that was a different I'm not really sure what all that whole thing happened. But basically I was making fun of him and he couldn't take a joke. He made a fake parody Mark Whipple account.
And he couldn't take a joke.
Couldn't take a joke.
Okay, tough. I'm really confused. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Monday Night Football rolling up. The Bears and the Vikings, all three of Chicago's coordinators are in the COVID safety protocol.
Cool.
So they just showed 3 guys that are the acting D coordinator, offensive coordinator, and special teams coordinator. And the 4-9 Bears are taking on the 6-7 Vikings, and I kind of want to watch paint dry instead of watch this game.
Yeah, and no Allen Robinson and no Andy Dalton. So it's going to be Justin Fields and a bunch of no-name wide receivers. Also, the corners are all out. All of the defensive backs are out for the Bears.
It should be like basketball where you play with 4. That's funny. That sign. I don't have COVID. Can I play?
Yeah. Justin Jefferson may have 600 receiving yards tonight. We'll find out. Can't wait.
What is the over-under? I hope it comes down to a kick.
I don't know what the
for
number
the Vikings
is for this game. Would you actually like to know? You seem uninterested in betting, but do you actually want to know?
No, the over-under on Jefferson's receiving
yards.
It's
97.5.
Oh, not 600.
I don't know that from experience at all.
Betting, I don't understand. It's another language to me. So that game will kick off.
The Vikings are 7-point favorites, and the total is 47.5.
47?
That's a total score between both teams.
It's a cold game. That doesn't really matter, does it?
That's a pretty medium to high number in the NFL.
This team just pains me so much.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're 4-9.
Well, Chicago fans, come one, come all. Let's make a group. Maybe we can hang out on Sundays at like noon or something and go to a bar or something.
You're just inviting people
That
places.
doesn't have TV. I'm looking for friends, okay?
All right.
Sue me. Also, DeColdest Crawford is coming to Nebraska.
Yes.
He was an LSU commit and was flipped thanks to Mickey Joseph.
Shout out Mickey.
DeColdest, I think is probably the coolest name ever.
It's a great name. There was a moment where I thought his middle name was To Eva Do It.
No, oh my gosh.
Because
that's not it, is it?
said that on his Twitter profile. And I think we have found out in research that his middle name may be
something normal.
Yeah, something normal. I can't remember what it was.
Juan.
I don't think that's actually true though.
I've seen everywhere that it's Juan.
That's what people keep saying about it. I'm not sure that that's right. I'm going to go with To Eva Do It, but I would appreciate it if it was Juan.
I'm getting antsy. I
DeColdest Juan.
Stand up.
So yeah, I think that'll be nice.
And Nicole's not the coolest name; it's the coldest name.
Ah.
Okay.
You missed the joke. Don't be offended. You missed the joke.
I didn't miss it. It's just annoying.
You missed it.
Big Sky. What did we think of the assistant coaches when we talked to him?
I think Mark Whipple is maybe the greatest name dropper of any person that I've ever met.
He had long answers.
Long answers.
Long. When I had to go and like cut them up, it was like it'd be about 8 seconds, and I'm like, "This is gold," and then it would go on a tangent about Ben Roethlisberger.
He made it very clear about the people who he has coached and been around, and the places that he has been, and the things that he has done, which is good. You give the
like his
give the
reason for
credentials.
coming here was like because I haven't been in the Big Ten.
Yeah, it basically
is that a good reason?
Well,
to
he
come
gave
here?
he gave a great answer at first, and it was like the first thing that came out of his mouth was, "Well, because it's Nebraska," and that people love to hear that. But it eventually like devolved into, "Screw it."
I haven't been in the I haven't coached in the Big Ten.
Right.
I guess I'll just come to Nebraska.
Exactly.
Sure.
And then he trusts Scott Frost and all that stuff too. So, yeah, that was a very interesting conversation. Mickey was good too, and Donovan Raiola was out in the hallway, and he didn't
44
say much.
questions in 18 minutes.
He didn't say much. Yeah.
So that's what you need to know.
Yeah.
We are going to take a break. On the other side of this is the start of the Chicago Bears Monday Night Football game. I'm Nicole Griffith, a Bears fan, and I will be emotionally reacting to this game for the next 45 minutes while I'm on air. We'll talk after this break.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly sunny skies, but cooler conditions expected here for our Monday. We'll top out at around 36. North winds at around 10 to 20. Mainly clear tonight, a low dropping down to around 18. We'll be looking at a nice warm-up as we get into our Tuesday. Breezy again. North winds once again could gust over 20, but a high of 45. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical, from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto in West O. Check us out at pricerightauto.com.
You've suffered a setback due to an illness, an injury, a stroke. Therapy Plus is here for you. Madonna Therapy Plus provides world-class outpatient physical, speech, and occupational therapy. From a minor sprain to complex medical conditions, our therapy experts can help you return to the activities you enjoy. Don't let your wellness wait. If therapy is what you need, Madonna Therapy Plus in Omaha and Lincoln is ready to help. Learn more at therapyplus.madonna.org.
Man, we sure could use an easy win this season.
I hear you. That's why I suggested to the wife that we go to Magical Lights of Seward, the area's largest and most entertaining drive-through Christmas light show.
So, by suggesting going to Magical Lights of Seward, you got a win?
Yeah, my wife said it was the best idea I'd had in a long time. The kids loved the dazzling light show, synced with traditional and modern Christmas music, and we had an affordable, fun family experience.
Get your win too by pre-ordering your tickets today at magicallightsofseward.com/ticket.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
And now, story time from the world of Yum.
I could not eat fruitcake. I would not eat it by a lake. I would not eat it with a snake. There's no amount that I would take because I'll never, ever eat fruitcake. Hey, these snacks are really good. What is this? This is Grandma's fruitcake? But it's so moist and delicious. I like fruitcake. Okay, good to know. Kids, I gotta go. All literature is a lie.
Check out Grandma's fruitcake and all the delicious desserts at Beatrice Bakery. Welcome to our world of Yum.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffith.
Welcome in. Ticket Weeknights, Nicole Griffith alongside Connor Happer and Big Sky. The Minnesota Vikings and Chicago Bears just kicked off. And, my house is divided right now. My brother is a Vikings fan and my dad and I are Bears fans. So
how'd that happen?
I don't know. My
spite.
My brother has a Dante Culpepper fathead. I was expecting a little more of a reaction then.
Sorry, I was watching the pass.
A Dante Culpepper fathead.
What's significant about that? I would have a Dante Culpepper fathead if I was a Vikings fan.
It's extremely weird.
It is kind of weird, but
I was expecting like a whoa.
I mean, it's a throwback at this point.
As
but
Sip
if I
would
grew
say.
up as a Vikings fan, I'd have a Dante Culpepper. Maybe Mike Schaefer has a Dante Culpepper fathead that we don't know about.
Sip would say, "Whoa, interesting."
How about that?
No, he has a what?
Now he does.
He does? Okay, so this game, the Bears are 4-9. The Vikings are 6-7. All three of the Bears coordinators are in COVID safety protocol. I'm not really sure. No Andy Dalton. They have Justin Fields. What a Monday night game.
There's been a lot of really bad Monday night games this year, and I don't know that tonight is gonna change that trend at all. But fortunately, we have 2 Tuesday night games tomorrow.
And we had
Once
another
again.
Monday night game today, which was the Raiders
Bad.
and the Browns, and it was 16-14.
That's right.
Game-winning field goal.
Mhm.
Wow. Riveting. So I have in this segment to talk about Nebraska men's basketball.
Would you like to?
Not really.
Okay, that's fine. We don't have to.
They're not very good.
We can talk about the women some more.
We could. So the women, undefeated. The men, what the heck is going on with them? You were at the game last night.
I was.
You were at both games. So
was.
I texted Happer because I'm kind of upset you didn't tell me you were going to stay for the game. I would have gone with you. But you didn't, so whatever. But I texted him because I was kind of in a down mood yesterday, and I just said, "Hey, are you at the game or going to the game?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm still here." And I said, "I'm kind of looking for something to do, but I feel like they're just going to disappoint me. So I could just watch the game from my house."
And still be disappointed.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
So
you weren't going to avoid if you were going to watch the game at all, you weren't going to avoid the disappointment.
No.
You were bound to be disappointed.
But do I put work into getting to PBA?
So that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. More
so
disappointed.
They lost to K-State 67-58, which K-Say and K-State sound very similar on the TV broadcast.
Makes sense.
Like K-Say, like just Larry Putney was on the call. I mean, it wasn't like he was doing a bad job. It just was like I had to double take a couple of times when he was saying it. So you tweeted after the game, it doesn't look like much has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, I did tweet that.
Well, I'm saying, did it look like nothing has changed?
No, it didn't. I mean, that was kind of the talk after the Auburn game that they were going to, tweak some things, make it a little bit different and, maybe slow things down and do things with a little bit less freedom and a little bit more structure, which I would welcome. I think that'd be great. I didn't see that. Maybe I just don't know enough and can't see it. And after the game, all we heard about was the fact that they missed shots, and they certainly missed a whole lot of shots. But I tend to think a lot of that is due to, how they operate before the shot and the quality of shots that they're getting. And I think they just could be doing a lot more right now with what they have, even though maybe what they have maybe isn't enough. But I don't think this team should be 5-7, and I don't think they should be getting drilled by 30 and 40 against Auburn and Michigan and getting beat at home by K-State. That team was bad.
Western Illinois.
They should be a lot better than they are right now.
What's the environment like? I went to the Creighton game not as a fan, but I went not working.
Yeah.
And so I feel like emotions are kind of heightened for the Nebraska Creighton game.
Absolutely.
So I haven't been to a men's basketball game yet this year working it. So what was I have. I was at the Orange team.
Sam Houston
Idaho.
State.
They play in Idaho.
Sam Houston State. They did play Idaho State as well.
I was at that game. What was the environment like? Because there were like tweets about booze and
bad. It felt like once again people were being kind of drugged to the game. Like, come on, we're going to the game, and there's nothing you could do about it.
We have tickets.
It's like trying to get the kids to go to church or something like that. It's like we are going to church,
and we're gonna have fun,
and you're gonna have a good time. That's a little bit what it feels like right now with Nebraska basketball. There's not much noise in the building. I guess I credit the people for still showing up, 10 or 12,000 people, whatever it was last night. But no, it's dead. The K-State reporters that were sitting next to me were remarking that it was that it kind of was like a church. A lot of people in the building, but not much noise. And why would there be?
And you said the NBA scouts were next to you.
I always sit next to the NBA scouts.
Did you get booted again?
No, I didn't. I usually sit right next because there's usually not like 14 of them at the game like there was against Michigan when there's 2 potential first round picks. There was 2 scouts last night, and they were not exactly enthused with the level of play.
They were just at work.
Yeah, and that's a tough job for those guys, but they were reacting to some of the quality of shots that Nebraska was settling for last night, and not in the reaction that you want to see if you're a Nebraska basketball fan either. It was tough night last night. They're in a bad way right now, and I don't know how they're going to get out of it.
What's also tough is that the Bears are punting from their 20.
There's going to be a lot of that tonight.
Well, okay. I, as a woman, did not play football, which women can play football. But when you punt the ball, you count from the line of scrimmage, right? Or do you count from where you punt the ball.
From the line of scrimmage. I mean, there's an air yards thing that they do too, but yeah.
So they punted. The Bears got the ball to start the game, and they punted from the 20, and that's amazing. Yay. I hate this team.
That's fine. I mean, we're only 5 minutes into the game. They weren't going to score right away. I mean, they're only getting like a max of 15 points tonight, so you're going to have a lot of those.
Please, Justin Fields,
maybe 20.
Just go off.
Might be able to get 20.
I think, bouncing around a little bit, I think the most frustrating thing about men's basketball is the effort.
Yeah.
They shoot the ball and the ball like leaves their hand and they're already 3 feet to the left. They're already going back on defense that they don't even play. So why are you even running back? Maybe try to go get your shot, bump your stats, and get a rebound. And then people say, well, if you don't have the size, it's hard to even why try? Why not?
No, it's an excuse. That rebounding is an effort. Anybody would tell you that rebounding is an effort stat. So you can have a bunch of short guys out there, whatever you do, it's not in their skill set. It doesn't matter. If you instill it as a program that's important, then you will get that.
And it seemed like they started strong. Trey McGowan's was doing like circus layups, and Derek Walker was getting some rebounds, and it just seemed like, but then it's like they get out to a 7, 8, 9 point lead, but they don't hold it. And then as soon as they fall behind, that's the game.
100%. Yeah, they get punched in the mouth once and it blows up in their faces, or they start missing shots, and the shot quality goes down the tube pretty much instantly. It's just not, there's no real consistency with it right now.
And then it's even more difficult to see Creighton at home start Big East play by knocking off 9th overall Villanova.
It is. I think so.
By more. They didn't just beat them. They beat them by like 20 points.
I think it makes it, you compare yourself to them, whether you like it or not, but they're pretty far away. And think about it before the year. I would have told you going into that game that Nebraska would be a pretty decent favorite, and they were. And
the Nebraska Creighton game or the K-State
the Nebraska Creighton game. Yeah. And Nebraska was a favorite going into that game, if I remember correctly. And their seasons have just gone completely opposite ways, and that was only 3 weeks ago.
Sad. We are going to take a break. Good hour and a half under our belts so far. On the other side of this break, we are finally going to play On the Fly with Big Sky. He's given a fist pump, and this week's edition, which was supposed to happen last week, has a little spin to it, and it's probably going to hurt my brain because I'm going to have a hard time understanding it. So that's next.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical, from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly sunny skies, but cooler conditions expected here for our Monday. We'll top out at around 36. North winds at around 10 to 20. Mainly clear tonight, a low dropping down to around 18. We'll be looking at a nice warm-up as we get into our Tuesday. Breezy again. North winds once again could gust over 20, but a high of 45. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
State Farm, this is Bill.
It finally got me, Bill.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes.
Oh.
Year after rim-wrecking year, it's tormented the people of this town. It got me good.
But State Farm's got you too.
You hear that? You ain't nothing.
You trash talking a pothole?
Yes, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173. Beatrice Bakery has been serving Nebraska with one-of-a-kind Grandma's Fruitcake since 1964. You already know that, but did you know they offer way more than that? You've got to try their line of liqueur cakes, like the strawberry daiquiri cake or the vanilla rum cake. Or what about their breakfast breads, the banana nut bread, or their various streusel coffee cakes? Whatever the occasion, Beatrice Bakery has something for you. Oh yeah, and Grandma's Fruitcake? It's still pretty darn good. Beatrice Bakery, located in downtown Beatrice, or always online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
What are you doing, Sip?
I thought the chickens could use some more light in their lives.
So you're building what exactly?
It's a motion-censored switchboard. Duh.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Of course. Ow! God!
Ow! Seems like a job for a professional.
Just one more wire. Yep, there you go, right there.
Don't be like Sip. Call Joe at Ambition Electric for any of your electric needs at 402-217-3415.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
This year, show her she's the one with 1 carat diamond jewelry from Riddle's Jewelry, your trusted family-owned jeweler for over 60 years. Choose from Riddle's remarkable collection of 1 carat total weight diamonds in rings, pendants, bracelets, or earrings at prices you'll love with savings up to 50%. Show the one you love how much they mean to you with the perfect 1 carat diamond gift from Riddle's Jewelry.
Located in Gateway Mall.
Back to the Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffith.
Thank you, Big Voice Bob, for that. Always makes me feel excited. What's not exciting me right now is the fact that the Vikings have 3rd and 5 from the Bears' 12-yard line, and they're going to score on their opening drive, and the Bears punted from their own 20. So, can I? Oh, there's a touch.
Is that Justin Jefferson? Did he complete the act of the catch?
This is the second Vikings drive. They had one that was a 3-and-out.
I thought the Bears started.
Nope.
Oh. Well, shout out. No, not shout out. My brother and dad are probably having a great time in South Dakota watching this game.
Are they watching together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably.
Are they like staring at each other like death glares?
My dad and I have kind of become, so I don't know if you'd call it, like, I feel like since NFL games are so long, my dad will like record it and he'll just
skip their commercials.
No, he won't watch it. And if they win, my mom tells him if they won or not, and if they win, he goes back and watches it. If they,
That's a good move.
If they lose, he deletes it.
That's a good move.
So
you're only, I mean, you know, sports. People love sports, and if you get too invested in it, though, and they bring you down all the time. So if you only have the happy side of it, then there you go.
And then my brother is just like, he watches every play.
Mm.
And, you know,
so I find it better that way. I like to ride the highs and lows. But if you just are, if you're burnt out on it and you just want to go with the highs, then more power to you.
So we're going to turn the mic over to Big Sky.
Let's go.
For this is On the Fly with Big Sky.
All right, so the twist is that instead of doing random weird news headlines and trying to figure out which state or country it is from, I'm going to give you idioms that are nonsensical when translated to English.
And my brain already hurts. I started getting a headache like an hour ago, so this is going to be great.
When you said that you mentioned your headache, I was like, okay, this is going to be a great day to do the new twist. But you have to give me the equivalent idiom in English would be, or basically just what it means.
I don't even know what an idiom is.
It's to kill time, that sort of thing, where you say something and it's not a literal. You're not literally killing time.
Okay, I need another one.
The only one I can think of is in the first question, so I can't.
Let's see. I accidentally put most popular idiots.
What was the first one?
Beat around the bush. Better late than never. Bite the bullet. Break a leg.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this one comes from Sweden.
So I'm supposed to listen to this and then translate
the
it.
both of you you're going to listen to it, translate it to English, and tell me what it means.
Okay.
Because it sounds like it means nothing.
Okay.
All right. This one's from Sweden, and it says, "Now your fishes will be warmed."
Fish to fry. Bigger fish to fry. Is that the answer?
That's a pretty good guess.
Now your fishes will be warmed.
Um,
Your buns will be toasted.
Does it have anything to do with? No hints. Does it? I wonder if it has anything to do with fish at all.
Wait, are we together?
No, it's a competition.
No, it's a competition. I like your guess though. A lot of fish in the sea.
No, it neither of you are correct. It means you're in trouble or your goose is cooked.
Your goose is cooked.
I
wouldn't got
Where's
that.
it from?
Sweden.
Okay.
This one is from Italy. The literal translation is to have one's eyes lined with ham.
Ham? Ham?
Yes, the food, the deli meat, the pig product.
To have your eyes lined with ham?
Yes.
What does it mean in
Yes.
English? To dot your I's and cross your T's?
Happer?
What are you looking up over there?
I'm just looking at. I'm looking at idioms that I could use. Eyes lined with ham. Something about money, maybe.
Pigs.
I don't know, Big Sky. This is a hard game, actually.
It'd be pretty easy if you just found the article I'm taking all these from.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
The one article. Let's find the article on the internet.
I don't know. Bird in the hand, two in the bush.
No, it is to not see what's right in front of you. To be blinded by love, have rose-colored glasses on.
Rose-colored glasses. Rose-colored glasses. Got
like
it.
the Kool-Aid. Like
No.
the Kool-Aid glasses.
Yes.
All right, next one is from Iceland. It's to lay your head in water.
To be stopped in your tracks? I don't know. Like, are we supposed to say what it means or what it would translate as?
You can give an equivalent idiom in English, or you can give just what you think it means.
So what is it?
To lay your head in water.
Put it on ice.
Put it on the back burner. That makes no sense.
I'm going to give it to both of you because it's to put your thinking cap on or to sleep on it. So to set it aside and give it some time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to both of you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it's 1-1. We'll go until somebody pulls ahead because we are only going to go to 3.
Oh God.
Next one is from it's Arabic, so Middle Eastern. Repetition teaches the donkey.
Practice makes perfect, but that's not really.
Can't teach old dogs new tricks.
It's practice makes perfect.
Well.
Happer's the winner again.
Wow, Happer wins on my show. I'm shocked.
This game show was created for Happer to collect dubs.
Well, I didn't create it.
I did.
It's like the betting story of Scotty and MJ. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they were on a docu-series called The Last Dance.
Oh.
And I don't know if this was a part of The Last Dance or this was an edited clip, but so MJ, Michael Jordan.
Okay. I guess that clicks.
Do you need me to explain
Yes,
who that
please.
is? Okay. So he would do warm-ups when they were doing he would like go out and shoot pregame when they were going through the Jumbotron practices, like the graphics and whatnot.
Yes.
And so he always saw them do what cup is the ball under. You know?
Gotcha.
So he always knew when they ran that in like the second quarter, like what number it would be.
It was gonna be. Yeah.
So on the bench, whenever it would come up, he'd bet Scotty, and he'd always win because he knew because he was doing the pregame of it, and Scotty was always like, this guy wins every time.
He's a genius.
And it's just because he.
Now, there's no corollary here, except for the fact that I'm like Michael Jordan at this game, but
and I'm Scotty, and I'm always going to be second best.
I did not cheat to get the answers tonight. I only guessed very, very well. Justin Fields has fumbled, by the way, if you needed any good news.
As Nicole looks down in disdain.
I hate this team. Burn it down. Fire everyone. Matt Nagy cannot be the coach next year.
No, I don't think that's really even a possibility at this point, right?
Why is he still is he still coaching?
I don't know.
Because the Bears have never fired a coach midseason.
That's not the Bears' way.
How do you know that?
It's just every sports show that's talked about Nagy has said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time people want an answer on that, it's like, why didn't you just fire him midseason? The answer is like, because that's not what we do. Because that's not how we do things. I'm like,
well,
that's not an answer.
Well, what we're doing now is not great.
Right.
So
maybe you ever thought about changing what you do? Because you're not that good. Yeah. He's not going to be the coach next year. Take some solace in that. You will.
Him and Andy Dalton can go to like
this pain will go away.
Some team.
The bad man can't get you anymore when he is the offensive coordinator or an analyst at Alabama.
I just want the Bears not to be great. I just want them to be good.
Yeah.
Like I just want it to be.
That's a reasonable request.
I just want them to be competitive in the NFC North. And that's not saying a lot.
It's not that hard.
You have the Vikings and the 2-11-1 Lions. Then you have the King of the North, which is the guy who has weird toe issues that I don't really need to get. COVID toe.
I didn't hear about this.
What?
Rodgers has COVID toe?
He doesn't, but then he proved it by showing his foot during a Zoom press conference.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
No.
It was like the New York Times where WAPO put a article out that said he had COVID toe.
Did you say the Washington Post as WAPO?
The WAPO.
WAPO.
Who says that?
Many
the
people.
J school. WAPO.
That's disgusting.
So they're teaching the kids now, Nicole.
Okay, we are going to take a break. On the other side of this break, I'm going to get a little deep with you guys. I have a question as we reflect on the end of the year coming up. I want to know, for all the listeners listening.
Yes, text in.
What is something, this is non-sports related, this is about life, as I reflect my career, as I reflect life in my 20s. What is something you wish you would have done that you didn't do? Or if there is something that, like, if there was no restrictions, you would do that with your life. What is it, the thing that you would do? And I would like to know your answers because as someone who's in the quarter life crisis of her life, I am looking for some guidance. And cut.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at Wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Partly sunny skies, but cooler conditions expected here for our Monday. We'll top out at around 36. North winds at around 10 to 20. Mainly clear tonight, a low dropping down to around 18. We'll be looking at a nice warm-up as we get into our Tuesday. Breezy again. North winds once again could gust over 20, but a high of 45. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric always makes safety a top priority for our home and office. In under just 1 hour, their team installed the state-of-the-art air scrubber system directly into our existing HVAC ductwork. This technology purifies the air and reduces exposure to common bacteria and viruses, creating a safer breathing environment for my family. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
At Buffalo Wings and Rings, they've crafted a new league of superior chicken sandwiches. Meet the Ringers. It's premium, house-made, beer-battered, fried chicken served buffalo, Korean, or MVP style. Head to Buffalo Wings and Rings Lincoln and raise a glass to superior chicken. 2 locations at 68th and O and at 40th and Old Cheney. Buffalo Wings and Rings.
If you're struggling to get motivated to work out, you're not alone, and Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is here to help. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with Farrell's 10-week challenge starting January 8th, all for a chance to win $1,000. Farrell's combines kickboxing with inclusive strength training and nutrition planning to help you stay on track. Go to fxblincoln.com to sign up today. It's the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-week challenge starting January 8th with 2 locations in Lincoln.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Nicole Griffin.
And we're back. Welcome into the last segment of Ticket Weeknights. I am going to stop looking at Monday Night Football because the Bears are a disgrace and I hate them and I'm really sad. And I'm not going to cry on live radio, but I can cry if I want because it's my show. And I have cried before in front of Happer. I think I have.
I don't think you've cried on the show, though.
But I've cried in front of him. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe welled up.
It's kind of like a threshold that I cross with people is when I cry in front of them. So, you know, you're just you're part of the gang.
I wonder how big the gang is.
It's pretty big. You and it'd be Sip and Kevin Suits and a lot of people. So, ending last segment, I have a question. I just want to know, as I am navigating life in my mid-20s, which is generous, I'm giving myself.
Upper mid.
We're gonna go with mid.
Okay.
Mid. I want to know, just with the end of the year coming up and reflections and whatnot, what is something you would do if you had nothing stopping you, if money wasn't an issue, if you were gonna die tomorrow. I know people what would you do if you had 1 day to live, or what is something you wish you could have done with your life that you didn't do, or just
something that you want to, big picture perspective, something that you want to do, take more seriously.
Yeah.
Things like anything, really.
Just instead of,
it's a New Year's resolution,
but bigger. If I could, quit my career and move to, is that Matt Nagy literally yelling?
I thought he wasn't coaching.
No, it's all the offensive coordinators. It's all the coordinators. Matt Nagy yelling. We should be yelling at you, sir.
You got a flag.
Flag.
Nicole, you weren't going to be watching anymore.
Well, I saw him screaming.
I thought that was one of your resolutions.
Look at him all fired up. You should have been fired up during the other 5-9 losses.
He should have been fired.
Fired!
Not just fired up.
Oh, great pass breakup. That third string secondary. Okay. So basically, I'm just wondering if I should quit my career and move and live in Wyoming.
Well, the only contribution on the text line was, I wish I would have had the courage to quit a job I didn't like sooner.
Wow.
Very interesting.
It's interesting. I'm not saying I'm not happy in my life and my career, but I'm just, there's always what if we did something different? What would you do, Hopper?
Well, one thing that I want to do is I get pretty in my self-evaluation, I get pretty locked in on the day-to-day, just trying to do whatever and I think there's positives to it, but like I'm trying to do whatever task is right in front of me, conquer whatever day. And then I look up and however many months have passed or years or whatever it is, it's like, okay, how much did I actually gain from this? So I would like to have a better perspective of the long term while still, doing my best every single day. You know what I mean? I would just like to
like not be so concerned.
Yeah, maybe just lighten up a little bit.
Okay, that's not very cool. It should be like move to Maui.
Bigger. I don't know. I think that's pretty introspective. I think that's I think it takes a lot of guts from me.
Sorry, I'm not trying to knock
to self-evaluate like that and say that maybe that's something that I could work on. But I don't know. I don't really feel like I need to move anywhere.
Like your dream bucket list, if money was not an issue and you could quit your career.
A place to go
and live and do like life that way.
Well, I don't want to quit my career, but I would love to go to Italy.
We do have
for several weeks.
A fresh contribution on the text line is to before it's too late. Before it's too late, study abroad or go to Europe.
Yeah. I would love to go abroad. That is for sure. Something that I wish maybe I would have done that right away after I got married, but we really couldn't because of COVID. But maybe that's just an excuse. I don't know. I still want to do that, and there's still time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to go overseas somewhere. I haven't been. I have not world traveled. Have you?
I have been south. So I have been to Mexico twice, and then I have been to Honduras in Central America.
Why?
I went on a mission trip.
Oh, whoa.
Mm-hmm. In high school.
Like a summer or a few weeks?
2 weeks.
Gotcha.
In high school. Yep. And my dad came with. So that was I got to experience that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And then mission trip. Yeah, it was, we brought running water to the village of El Picacho.
You seem like you enjoy volunteering your time.
I do. Because I don't have a ton of money. So I enjoy like doing like services.
Yeah.
Instead of like, donors can like write checks and just like, here you go. Don't bother me.
Does that give you fulfillment?
What?
Donating your time.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's like more work. You're just like, no, I'm still tired. Who is this guy? Greg Joseph?
This is my fantasy football kicker since we didn't get to the 30.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Getting deep. So yeah, the Vikings are up 13-0 on the Bears. Wait,
10.
Or did he make it?
He made it. It's 10.
Oh, it's 10.
It was 7.
10-0.
Yeah.
TMZ2 on the video stream comment section has been to 36 countries. And he says his suggestion would be to get out of the United States so that you appreciate it that much sooner than the rest of your peers.
Yeah, that's great perspective. Thank you, TMZ2. Seriously, that's really good. I would love to do that.
Yeah, I want to go. I'm trying. I think one of my friends and I, because you travel differently with different, or you travel like some friends you travel better with than others, and one of my like 2 friends that I travel really well with, I think we're gonna try to go to Europe this spring.
I would love to do that.
Are you gonna go to the Ireland game?
I don't think so. I would like to go to Ireland, but I'm not sure that I would like to go to Ireland to watch a Nebraska football game. I think the idea of going somewhere
I feel like
else,
it would be covering it.
Yeah. But the idea of going somewhere else is maybe to get away and maybe forget about the
football
the
team.
thing that you have left behind. Yes.
That makes sense.
Maybe a couple weeks.
I would like to go to I want to go to Spain. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Germany. I want to go to maybe Nuri and I can go to Germany together.
There you go. He knows a lot about those countries.
Italy, Rome, all the places. Big Sky, what would you do?
If I could go back and change something, I would have not been a lazy athlete and actually taken athletics.
Oh, that's really good. That's a good one. I would agree with that as well.
I feel like you're just kind of born with the talent. Maybe that's just an excuse.
No.
I was naturally a good hockey player, and so I didn't put a ton of effort in off the ice, and so I didn't develop skills.
Well, this has been the Ticket Weeknights with Nicole Griffith. Thanks for hanging with us, and we will see you here the next time we have this show.
Not next week. Couple weeks, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. See ya.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Partly sunny skies.